Hey Shawnee, how are you? I hope you are doing well as a new mom. It's awesome. As promised, I am just following up with to talk about getting ready for fall. I'm trying these new individualized videos for each student. It just gives me a chance to sort of talk through things where you're at in the program, which I much prefer than always going back and forth over email. But I've also, in the email that this is attached to, listed out sort of all the things that I'm going to be covering, so you can follow along on that agenda if you want. And of course, I'm happy to go back and forth on email if we have questions and you want to go into a little deeper into some things that I'm going to be talking about. So I will be referring to your degree evaluation, which you got when you were admitted to the program. I'm also attaching it to this email, so you can follow along with me on that as well. Okay, first of all, congratulations on doing so well. My God, you have a 3.5 in the program so far, which is awesome. And to think that you got that while you were pregnant and having a baby and being a mom. So it's really impressive. I hope you feel good about how you've been doing. You should. And that I hope you're still enjoying the courses and that you're feeling that it's valuable and that you're able to balance all of this stuff. And hopefully go back in the fall. It sounds like you're hoping to keep moving forward, which I hope you do too. I'm going to just do a quick overview of the Hamlin Plan, just in talking about it. So the Hamlin Plan is Hamlin's general education requirements, or sort of how we do the liberal arts. And it's not necessarily a set number of courses, but it's about some skills and competencies that we feel are important for all Hamlin graduates to have. And they're also the skills and competencies that employers are looking for in these days. The things around like critical thinking and problem solving and cultural competency and communication. So as you look at your degree requirement, that middle column, that HP, those are Hamlin Plan requirements, what we call or what I call the Hamlin Plan letters. And they are attached to different courses. Some courses will have multiple letters on them, meaning that you can gain multiple skills from that course. And so this is one of the things that I look at as we're figuring out what courses you need to take. So does it fulfill a Hamlin Plan? Does it move you forward that way? Obviously, the other things we're looking for is making sure that you have all of the courses within your major that are part of the major requirement. And then putting those things together, we also might have to throw in some additional courses because the degree is made up of 128 credits. So we have to get to that 128 in order for you to graduate. So just looking at your evaluation, when you transferred in, you brought in 51 credits. Transfer that in. You brought in 2 psychology courses, leaving you 9 left to complete for the major. And the Hamlin Plan courses, you had 6 left to fulfill. The transfer seminar, Communication 1650, English 1800, a collaboration, a fine arts, and a speaking intensive course. That leaves you to get to that 128, bringing in 51, 77 credits left to complete at Hamlin to graduate. So far in the program, you've completed 20 credits: the transfer seminar, statistics, professional writing, communication and advocacy, and that Foundations of Management course. That was the collaboration Hamlin Plan requirement. Fall term begins on September 3rd, and as you know, it's a 16-week term divided into 2 8-week sessions. So I have laid out the courses that we're offering, and I won't go through those, but I've also then now provided you with 2 options depending on if you want to go full-time, which would be 3 classes, or part-time. If you went full-time, taking 3 classes, what I would recommend is taking 2 classes in session 1, which would be adult development and aging, which you need for your major. The biotechnology in your life. It's a science course. You don't necessarily need it because of the Hamlin Plan requirement, but you could use that course to just reach that 128 threshold that you need to graduate. And then if you wanted to go part-time and just take 2 classes in the fall, which you might be leaning towards, just considering all of the things you have juggling going on in your life, For session one, I would do adult development and aging again, and then for session two, I would do risk and resilience. And I think I forgot to mention that in that full-time option. So the risk and resilience course, you transferred in a substitute for that course, which means you don't necessarily need to take it, but you could take it and use that as an elective in your program, which you do need. So that is what I would recommend. Let me know what you think. And if you want to just take one course, we can do that too. And I could make a recommendation. I think you could do whether it's the one first session or session two, either one. I'd really like to know by the end of this week, if possible, and get folks registered and then get textbook information out to everyone so that people can get those ordered before the fall term starts. The other thing that I've included in the email are just the dates for the rest of the academic year for when the term and the sessions start and end. And for financial aid, it looks like we are waiting on your tax verification form. So hopefully you know about that. If you have questions about any of your financial aid stuff, you should contact Lynette Wall, our Director of Financial Aid. She's much more versed in it than I am. I think that's it. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk soon. All right, bye.